morning by 6 a.m., the markets open for trade as sellers bring their goods and buyers stream in to buy goods at the best possible price they can get for their own use or to resell for a profit. While that market is opening, another one opens at 9 a.m. Here, there are buyers and sellers too, just that the products sold here are not for consumption, but for owning a piece of a company. Participants in this market, like Muathi Kilonzo, Director of Frontier Equity Sales and Head of Equities Kenya at EFG Hermes, call it a stock market.
The stock market is like any other market. Whether you think about a livestock market or a vegetable market. It has its hours, so it opens at a certain time, closes at a certain time, has its rules of engagement, and it has its participants.
What are stocks?
A company can be split into as many units as you can imagine. So you can have a company which two people could own. So they could say there's 2 shares in that company, so say 2 stocks, and one person owns one and the other one owns one. Now, one share is a stock, and that trades on the market, and it basically gives you a unit of ownership in that company.
The only way you can own a share of a company is if the company decides to sell its shares to you.
A company can choose to go to the stock market to raise money. A company will say to the public, we have a good business, but we need money to grow. So the company will sell 5% of itself, 10%, 50%, 80%. It just depends on what they're trying to do.
With every investment, there's expected returns. Just like traders make profits in a market, there are profits in the stock market. When a company makes profits, you get paid a dividend. However, apart from the returns, there are other privileges that come with owning stocks in a company.
You can take part in decisions, you can vote. So basically, it's a piece of ownership in the company. And how many you have really is determined by your pocket.
Muathi advises prospective investors in the stock market to align their investment goals before diving into the stock market.
It really does depend on what your goals are as an investor. Are you short-term, medium-term, or long-term? Are you also in it to save or speculate or a mix of both? Are you looking for something that gives you income on a regular basis? Or are you looking for something that's maybe a little riskier, but gives you growth?
Before buying stocks, first you need to open a CDS account. CDS stands for the Central Depository System. Some of the basic requirements to open this account include 2 recently taken passport-size photographs, original national ID or passport, and a form that will be filled with the assistance of your stockbroker. Safaricom recently announced a partnership with the Nairobi Securities Exchange to enable Safaricom customers trade in stocks using the bonga points they have accrued over the years. This service is available to all Safaricom customers who can redeem their points through the licensed trading participants, with 10 already activated. These include NCBA Capital, FIDA Investment Bank, AIBAXYS, ABC Capital, Old Mutual Securities, Kingdom Securities, Suntra Investments, Francis Drummond and Company, Dyer and Blair Investments, and Sterling Capital. According to Kilonzo, anyone can buy stocks with the little they have.
If you have 1,000 shillings, let's say, and you want to invest in the stock market, and you look at a company like BAT, for example, BAT Kenya, and that stock price is at around 400 shillings, then maybe you can afford 2 shares of that. But if it's a stock like, say, for example, Kenya Power, which this morning is at 1 shilling 40 cents, then you can afford more shares of Kenya Power. So people sometimes think that you need to have a lot of money. No.
However, experts advise that you need to do your due diligence to ensure that you're dealing with a genuine stockbroker as you explore the world of stocks market.
I would urge anyone who's looking at a stockbroker either to call a stockbroker and ask them, so are you regulated by the Capital Markets Authority? But they could also say yes and not be genuine. So what you should do is maybe ask them, what's your broker number? So every broker has a number. Every stockbroker has to be a member of the Nairobi Securities Exchange.
Also, are they thorough with your documentation, or are they not asking enough questions to verify your information while opening your CDS account? Where are they asking you to deposit your brokerage money? Ensure it's a bank you're familiar with. Be on the lookout if the account name is of a company or an individual. One of the golden rules of investing in stock is to keep yourself up to date on the latest in money news to see how the companies you have invested in are performing.
Ask questions and also talk to your broker. Ask them again on the technical side of things. Are there a lot of people looking at that stock? That's what affects the price of a stock and then should tell you when to buy or sell.
To invest in Safaricom shares through Bonga Points, first dial *126# or use My Safaricom app and the balance is Lipa na Bonga. Go to Lipa na Bonga submenu on USSD code. Select Pay Bill option. Key in the trading participant's pay bill number. Then enter your CDSC account number. Then enter the amount in Kenyan shillings that you want to deposit to your account number. You will redeem your points at a rate of 1 shillings for every 5 points. So, for example, 2,000 Kenyan shillings, you will require 10,000 Bonga points.